All right, guys, welcome to The Zone. Today we are talking about Manchester United 0, Crystal Palace 0. Just finished watching the game about 5 minutes ago. These are my thoughts, as always, one take, honest opinion. So for me, I think Mazraoui, man of the match. I think he was just super solid the entire day, really. I think he's been a great addition. I think he's at a higher level than Wan-Bissaka, and I think he's been a really solid purchase. I think Onana, credit for the double save. He kept us in it, and over the past start to the season, really, he's been a lot better than last season, and maybe that's because we've got some ball-playing defenders that are, more willing to take on the role of, actually going out there and actually playing football, I suppose. So the reason I'm making this video is I try to do one at the end of each game. Sometimes there's not really too much to say. It's just been a solid performance or a total whitewash of a game. But today, I don't know about you, but to me, the substitutions constantly killed the game. And this is like a theme of Ten Hag. We've watched him for years now. This is not like a reactionary take. And I feel like he very often gets it wrong with subs, or they have very little impact over the course of, 3 seasons. Yes, there have been some times where he's performed, but most of the time, I think his subs have been really poor. Today, I think, for me, Xerxes was one of our best players. He was linking up really well. Had Ahmad on the right, low centre of gravity, causing issues, and Eriksen. And those three were linking up really well. Now, we weren't scoring, but it was coming. And I think if you pop Rasmus on there and you just say, hey, hang back on the left, try running behind, try get on the end of this link-up play, I think we might have had a goal. I think Garnacho was really, really tired. If you're watching the first half, he did a tremendous amount of work, very unlucky not to score. And I think he just was cooked the last 30 minutes and he needed to come off, and he stayed on the whole game. I don't know if this is Ten Hag playing not favourites but trying to manage the squad and they're moaning, because obviously Garnacho's been moaning for minutes, so was he like, okay, have 90 minutes and shut up? Whereas I feel like you've got to manage the match, right? And I think the correct call was to bring him off. But, people will say, oh, this is reactionary. This is reactionary. We played really well. We could have been 3-0 up. But the reality is, it's a results game and we're not 3-0 up. It's like saying, oh, I want Ten Hag sacked because after 3 years, we're still starting off the season, every single season, rubbish. I think we've started off with 6 points out of, I think it's 12 in all 3 seasons. He's now drawn another, and people are like, well, if you'd have won that, like I can imagine now, Mark, I haven't watched him, but I can imagine Mark Goldbridge saying, these Ten Hag outers, if we'd have won that game, they wouldn't have said anything. Well, obviously. Is that not the whole point? Your goal is to win the football match. And if you keep winning football matches, you won't have critics. But we're not winning the games. It's like saying we got dumped out of the Champions League group, right? Horrific, one of the most embarrassing performances ever in the Champions League under Ten Hag, and I wanted him sacked. And it's like saying, well, if you'd have won the Champions League, you wouldn't be saying that. Well, yeah, obviously. If Ten Hag was performing brilliantly, would I want him sacked? No, because I'm a Man United fan, and whatever makes Man United best is the most important thing. Now, for me, we've started off the season again, rubbish. Title's gone, and you might be like, bro, we were never going to win the title. No, but that's the goal, right? So that goal is gone now. We're not going to win the league. Now we're focused on top 4. Well, Villa, Spurs, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, there's probably someone else I'm forgetting, are all strong, all in the running. Newcastle. We're not there. And I just feel like his in-game management is not strong enough. That is how I feel. I've watched him for quite some time now, and I think he killed the entire attack. And we keep reverting back to Bruno trying to hoof the ball to Rashford, who then will either shoot or it bundles its way to Rasmus. And this Rasmus, Bruno, Rashford hoofball didn't work last year. We didn't score a lot of goals. It's not going to work again. So I have no idea why he thought about, I'm going to put Rashford up as number 9, and then I'm going to put Rasmus up as number 9, and then I think the change just needed to be, hey, Garnacho, you're tired. Off you come. Rashford on the left. Let's link up with Xerxes. And then maybe when we get really tired, or we still haven't scored, you take off Ericsson or Bruno. I would probably say Bruno, and you put on Rasmus, and you lose that midfielder, and you push for the goal. Right? We're not really pushing for the goals anymore. We're just kind of going through the motions, it feels like. I think it was a really, really irritating game. And I know people will say, oh, well, you could have won 4-0. Yeah, but we didn't. That's the point. We didn't win 4-0. And we're consistently performing bad under Ten Hag, no matter what players. There's something not right there. That's my thoughts on the game. I also have no idea why people still rate Bruno. Call it a blank spot in my football knowledge, but I just don't rate the guy. In terms of must play every single minute for Man United, I don't think Bruno has to play every single minute for Manchester United. I just don't think he does. I think sometimes he should come off. Today he should have come off. He was not playing well. I think people that think Rasmus is the world's best striker, number 9, Haaland regen, it's not true. I think we looked better with Xerxes, but it's obviously not Rasmus's fault. He only just came on. I just think it was really, really poor in-game management, and I'm kind of tired of seeing it.